Okay, so in this video I want to talk about something I ended another video with, and it was about that I would talk about in another video, and here it is. It's about when you get older, in any age, you can have like a really huge extended family. You know, when you count in in-laws, and that includes like your siblings' in-laws, not just their parents, but the ones that are your age too, and so many different people, your own children, if you're old enough to have adult children, and their in-laws, and their, and so on and so forth. I mean, it just can be so huge amount of people that can, have some kind of effect on your life. They could. They didn't necessarily do, but sometimes they could. And usually what I've seen is they're going to be that family. The one. Sometimes it's the family that thinks that they're better than everybody, all the other families. And like I said, it could be your siblings' family. Okay, if your siblings, not family, your siblings' in-laws. Your siblings' family would be you. At least in part. But your in-laws and their in-laws. I mean, goodness. And they can wreak havoc. Look down their noses, and some people just blow it all off, and some people say no. You got to think about the purpose behind all that. It's different people, different strokes, different folks. And some of it's just quite pathetic, but some of them, you have the family that's the really nice, good, decent people, the church-going people that are really church-goers. They're not just, like I say, Christians on Sunday and Wednesday night, evening, and then Hellraisers the rest of the week. No, not that kind. I mean, like, this person really, seriously, you on the road. Wow, you're trying to push that person right there. Neither side's going to let them through. Way to go, yay. Okay, anyway. So anyway, where was I? But just thinking, what I was thinking about was, how just one of these people, you're going along, you're doing fine, you're having a good life or whatever, or maybe just just an average life, or maybe it's not even good, whatever it is, but it's your life, you're living it, and all of a sudden one of these people, they think they need to dump all the problems on, let's say it's a in-law situation, whatever it is, and then the person that is affected by it comes to you and talks about to you what's going on with all this drama on that other side. And it's like, really, there's got to be those chaos creators, is what I always call them. They just, wherever they are, whatever they do, they create chaos for anybody who dares to answer the phone or the text these days. But they prefer phone or Skype kind of thing, whatever it is they use these days. Not all use the same one. I don't even know what that one of them is. I've seen like 2 or 3 that I don't even know what they are. But anyway, they want to hook that person and get him, and there's so much drama and all this get them to elicit some kind of response. They're gonna help, they're gonna do something, they're gonna be there for them. They want to hear that story, and all they're doing is creating chaos for anybody who hears anything about it. Or they're attempting to. Maybe they don't even care if they do. They don't even realize that they do, but they do. And it's quite pathetic, because especially if the person who's involved, like say it's your own child, adult child's in-laws, the ones the same age as your child, like the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, the whomever, and it's creating all kinds of chaos in there. And then the spouse of your child, your in-law, your son or daughter-in-law, it's just just doesn't realize it. Just doesn't recognize the problem. Doesn't see it as a problem. They grew up in that chaos, so they just aware that, to them it's just norm. It's just normal. You know, and but your child, your adult child, didn't grow up in that. That's so much chaos, so much trouble, and that's a difficult spot if your child, your adult child, is looking to you. Well, what should I do, Mom? What should I do, Dad? Whomever. You know, how can you not get involved, but get involved? You know, it can bring back all kinds of problems. Don't we all know that? All kinds of problems. So, okay, I think I'm, I jokingly call certain areas in the north of here, I mean, around here, north of Dallas, I call it Narcissism-Ville, but of course it doesn't exist, and it's really where I see it. It's just where I see it. Okay. It's not like it's any one suburb or city all to itself, but I call it Narcissism-Ville. You know, where the people, it's all about them. And I was just in a situation where one behind me, I turned, on the light. I turned right. I mean, I turned left, but I turned how you're supposed to. And then one behind me wanted to be in front of me. Well, there were two lanes to the right of me, but they couldn't get in that. No, they got on my tail. Tailgating is a big thing these days, it seems. Around here, I mean, for years it's been big time. They think that they own the road and you're on it and you need to move away. You need to move aside, park the C's for them. Nope, not happening. So I kept going like I was going, and then there was a car in that lane, eventually, and they were to the left of me, and they wanted to be to the right of me to turn. Well, why did you put yourself in that lane? Oh, that's right, the one behind me wants to get around too, so you want to get around that one, so y'all all want to get around one another because y'all want to be first. I'm still putting along, going the speed limit, not going. You're not paying my tickets. Why on earth would I go what you want me to go? Really? I'm going the speed limit. So anyway, the one to the left of me got in front of me and then got over. Well, the one behind me wanted to be in that lane too. At that point, you're going to crash into one another. Yep, you're going to crash into one another. Come on. Okay, I had to delete some off of that last clip because I'm using colorful words and colorful phrases today, and that is not my norm. I don't know what possessed me. Yeah, but anyway, hopefully it did. It was. I have not heard that since probably I was a kid or maybe early 20s. I don't know, but it was a colorful phrase, and but anyway, I cut off quite a bit, but it was just about, people were driving and they both wanted to be first. It was so obvious, and and other than the one that I already had on the video, wanted to be first, gotta be first, doesn't care, gotta be first. That whole thing of people wanting to be first, is bad enough. They own the road, that kind of attitude. I mean, it's nothing new. I've seen it since I've been driving 45 years, so hey, I've seen it plenty. I used to do road trips, a lot of road trips too. I've seen it plenty of places, across, I think all the way to Northern California to South Florida Keys and many, many points between road trips, back and forth and so on and so forth for like 20 years or so. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, here's my order. Okay, but anyway, to get back to the subject, I was thinking, how many people really think about how many people you could have? Now, if you didn't have children, that's a different story. You might not have as many, but you can have it when you're young. And the way I said it was, when you get older, you can see that. But no, you can have it at any point. When I was young, some people who were, a little older than I were causing problems, and they weren't blood related, but they were related by marriage. These kinds of things, you can have it at any point in your life. And I'm just, I just wonder, I mean, right now there's at least two different, the bad thing is when you have more than one. And the bad thing is when you think that more than one side, they're kind of a little bit psycho. The way we used to use psycho when I was young. But it could be that they're more than just the way we thought of it when I was young. When you get older and you start thinking about the behaviors of those people, my goodness, how awful. What did they think? It's all about them and they can do anything that they want to anybody and that person just has to accept it? How about more than one side? And all those different people it can be. That's a lot to deal with. Seriously, when you have to deal with people who are either blood or not blood related. So